through Christ the truth that is in me. Through Christ the truth that is in me. Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning and welcome to Unity Center for Positive Living in Everett, Washington.
Oh, is that where I am?
If that wasn't your intended destination.
Surprise!
Yeah, surprise.
Surprise!
There's no time to exit the aircraft.
Let's sing Surely the Presence. What do you know? Right? Let's do it together. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings, see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. I can feel the brush of angels' wings, see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of God's love is in this place.
Good morning. Welcome to Sunday service at Everett Unity. Let's start our time together with a reading from the Daily Word. Sunday, June 28th. We share a connection with the human family, the world's creatures, and the universe itself. We are reminded of the words astronomer Carl Sagan once wrote, "The cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself." We affirm this cosmic connection and more. We feel we are a part of everything and connected with everyone through the indwelling presence that unites us in God. When the world feels lonely and we're struggling to find our place in it, we remember this cosmic connection and that despite our surface differences, we have so much in common. We value our connection with others and seek to make new ones. We treasure these relationships and celebrate our oneness in God. And from Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 11, "Therefore, encourage one another and build up each other, as indeed you are doing." In the opening statement you'll find inside your bulletin, "I share a connection to all living things." Let's repeat that together like we mean it. I share a connection to all living things. Very good. Let's sing together.
I don't know about you, but I'm kind of dragging my tail feathers a little today, right? Right? So, yeah, so we're wearing sunshine for you today.
There you go.
And we would like y'all to stand. If you don't know, we are divine. It's new books. It's that one. But many of you know this. This is to wake us up. We come together to behold power of love, power of light. We come together to behold. We are divine. Lift up our hands, lift up our hearts, lift up our vision, lift it to the stars. Hey, dance in the glory, whirl in the grace. See God in every face. See God in every face. Lift up our hands, lift up our hearts, lift up our vision, lift it to the stars. Dance in the glory, whirl in the grace. See God in every face. See God in every face. Let me hear it again now. Lift up our hands, lift up our hearts, lift up our vision, lift it to the stars. Dance in the glory, whirl in the grace. See God in every face. See God in every face. See God in every face. Right off. Oh my God.
Well, good morning and welcome again to Everett Unity. I'd like to introduce you to the people who are most visibly serving you today. You were greeted by our ushers, Mary and Treese. Lois and a couple of people are Luann and I'm looking for my social hour hosts. I think they might still be down there. We make them work really hard. Sometimes they miss the beginning of the service. Rick and Lori, or excuse me, it's Matthew back there. Matthew? All I could see was the top of your head. There you go. Rick and Matthew are back providing audio-video support for us. And of course, you've already heard Sally and Doug and Richard, our musicians for today. My name is Cindy, and Doug Benecke is our speaker this morning. Welcome, Doug. Must be the fourth Sunday of the month. So I'd like to remind you, if you brought your cell phone in with you today, please turn that off so we can have a nice quiet meditation here in a moment. And I do have a couple of announcements I'd like to make. A reminder that the men's fellowship group, which normally meets on the first Saturday of the month, will be postponing that meeting 1 week because the first Saturday of this month is the 4th of July. So stay home, keep all your fingers, and come back on July 11th.
Turn off the lights, sit and take shallow breaths.
Take shallow breaths. No, you're talking to my dog?
Ours too. Oh my God.
Oh, God. Then on Sunday, July 12th, during social hour, we'll be having an ice cream social. So for all of you ice cream fans, we hope you'll come and stay late and have ice cream with us on that Sunday. And then Aqua Sox game. Can you believe it's almost time for the Aqua Sox game? Sunday, July 26th. At 4 o'clock down at the stadium, we'll be going to the Aqua Sox game. If you'd like to join us and you do not yet have a ticket, I have a few left, and I would love to send you home with them so you can come and have a day out at the ballpark with us, Patty. Yes. Downstairs by the social hall door, we have a packet where you can get a Unity t-shirt made if you want to look like the rest of your Unity friends at the ball game. We have someone who will put the emblem and stuff on a t-shirt. You provide a t-shirt so you can make sure it fits you, make sure you like the color, make sure if it's got short sleeves or long sleeves, whatever your little heart desires. And then it's $10, I think, to get them screen printed that say Unity. So if you'd like to have a t-shirt, that'd be great. And that's a small little fundraiser for the church as well. And then just one thing, I did send out 2 emails to you this week. I found out on Thursday night that this afternoon from 1 to 5, there will be an open house memorial for Jamie Ross. I'm so sorry for the short notice, but I didn't find out until Thursday. At their home in Granite Falls, his wife, Annie Ross, is going to be having a memorial. I'll be going out there. I know a few others of you will be going. So if you're interested, see me after the service. I'll make sure you have the address. It'll be from 1 until 5 o'clock today. So you'd be welcome to come out and pay your respects to Jamie and to Annie. So, okay, I think it's time for more music.
Number 251 in the old book. How about that? We'd like to keep that old book alive. And I know Terry has you sing this every once in a while, but we do it just a little bit differently. It's a very, very good affirmation. Flow, Spirit, flow, and all my fears release. I am a channel for thy love and peace. Fill me with power and let my heart be strong. Fill me with joy that I may sing your song. Heal, Spirit, heal, and all myself renew. I am expressing my perfection true, that's right. Fill me with love that I may loving be. Fill me with life that I may live for thee. Oh, let's hear it, babe. Here we go. From the top. 2, 3, 4. Flow, Spirit, flow, and all my fears release. I am a channel for thy love and peace. Fill me with power and let my heart stay strong. Fill me with joy that I may sing your song. One more time. Fill me with joy. Fill me with joy that I may sing your song. That's good. That sounded good.
Did that lead us to a meditation?
Sort of, kind of.
Okay. That leads us to a somewhat spirited moment for meditation. That's good. We'll all stay awake during a few moments of this. As we lead into the meditation, I guess I will just introduce an element of, I'd like to offer up this prayer today for those suffering in Venezuela as the result of that profoundly severe earthquake Wednesday, and of course for all victims of war and conflict throughout our world. Please just allow yourself to relax, our bodies to become a channel for Spirit to flow through us. Breath by breath, we open ourselves, Spirit, to your will. We open ourselves to your loving presence. We open ourselves to being swept up in this flow of love and light that you offer. With each breath, we take in some more of that spiritual energy that sustains us all. We open ourselves, we open our imaginations to the possibility of healing, the possibility of being healers in this world that truly need us to show up. May we take some moments just to open to that healing presence with no narrative voice, just in the stillness.
Growing up doesn't mean you can't go back to Never, Never Land. Growing up doesn't mean that you'll forget as you know how to fly. Growing up might mean, whether you like it or not, you'll be a leader. Hey, Mr. Peter Pan. It's your imagination that built this nation, and it is the reason why you can fly to the moon and far beyond, and you know why. You can be anything you imagine if you try. You can fly. You can fly. Wendy, you don't have to be a mother to a fleet of lonely boys. But you can be a friend to anyone who's your enemy right now. Being brave and fearless doesn't mean
You got to make a lot of noise.
Well, I heard Davy Crockett just grinned at a bear, and you can do it too if you just learn how. You can fly to the moon and far beyond, and you know why. You can be anything you want to if you try. You can fly. You can
Isn't that a lovely song? It was written by Mark Bristol, Duval-based now, right? Really great songwriter that Sal's known and I've met a little bit, but she's known him for 40 some years. Can't be 40 years. We're like 35. So how did that? I don't understand the math.
I don't either.
No, it doesn't really. Is this about 1996? Is that right? So are we enjoying summer? What is your summer story so far? It's still where I see a turtleneck or two in the crowd. Okay. In 2 weeks, it'll be approaching new moon, and I'm supposed to be at about 6,300 feet doing astronomy, so I hope it clears up. I'll just say that. But we all have a story about our summer and our lives, and it's because we love stories. We live by story. Why do we use stories to make sense of our lives? Why did Jesus use parables? I think it's simply because we're wired for story. Narratives are how we comprehend our experience. If you were to ask me on a January day how my Christmas went, it wouldn't make much sense to you if I showed you a spreadsheet that displayed what I spent on each gift for friends and family versus the value of what I received. I have that spreadsheet, but I do not show it. If you asked that question, what you'd want is the story. What we did, who came visiting, how children's faces lit up, how the cat climbed up the Christmas tree and the dog barked at her, etc. Jesus taught in parables so that his listeners would each have their own experience of the lesson, their own connection to it. So speaking of stories, right now I want to tell you a story. I'll be telling several. This one is about a woman named Roz Savage, one I think you will find intriguing and instructive, her story. Rosalind Adriana Elizabeth Savage. Do you think her mom called her that when she was in trouble? I do. Is an English woman, Oxford educated, who was working as a management consultant when at age 33, she thought to herself, I feel like I've got a purpose in this life, and I'm not sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure this is not it. Did you ever have that moment? She's said in interviews that she was making a good living, had a little red sports car, a lovely suburban house, and a tall, handsome husband, just like all my friends. She writes, in theory, I should have been happy. But she felt she was wasting the precious moments of time allotted to her, her life force ebbing away with each irreplaceable tick of the clock. So she sat down one day and drafted 2 versions of her own obituary. The one that would be the end result of the life she was then living, and the one which she wanted, the one that she imagined would be a life of adventure, and the obituary at the end of that. Having done this exercise, Ms. Savage says, clearly something was going to have to change. She writes, little by little, I began to realign my life, to put myself on track for the obituary I really wanted. This is not the way we usually think about the life we dream of, is it? But the obituary idea gives a certain gravitas to the exercise. She says, I stopped caring so much about what other people thought of me and started caring more about what I thought of myself. I accepted that mistakes are a fact of life, an inevitable consequence of being adventurous and trying new things. I realized it matters less whether something is a success or a failure, and matters more what I learn from experience. I have to throw in a Winston Churchill quote right here that is not in the script, but you know, he once said, success is going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. Roz Savage's life began to evolve, and having left her marriage and comfortable home behind, she experimented with new ways to live. Ultimately, she says, through a bit of a leap of logic, I decided to row across the Atlantic Ocean. Of course. By the way, she says that at that point she had no ocean experience. And apart from knowing how to row, which she had done in college, she had, as she put it, no other relevant skills whatsoever. And she points out she didn't really pick a good year to start rowing across oceans. 2005, when she crossed the Atlantic, was the year of Hurricane Katrina, and turns out to have been the year with the most hurricanes ever recorded in that body of water. Before she was halfway across, she recounts, all 4 of her oars had broken. I think you only row, I'm not an expert, but I think you only use 2 to row. Hard to use 4, but so she had spares. They were all busted. She says, I've never been very good at fixing stuff. But when you're in the middle of the ocean in a rowboat, fixing a broken oar is the only way to get to the other side. So with additional parts from her boat, and of course, you can say it with me, you'll get a sense of what's coming, duct tape. She made sufficient repairs to complete her journey. Roz Savage is now in the Guinness Book of World Records as the only woman who has rowed solo across the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. In a
The Pacific is like 5 times the size of the
Yeah, it's large. In a 23-foot rowboat, tasks that have taken her a cumulative 500 days, transiting 15,000 ocean miles with approximately 15 million oar strokes. You do not want to arm wrestle Roz Savage. When we look at the math of her journeys, that's 1,000 oar strokes per mile, which seems more impressive than your smartwatch or Fitbit counting your steps now, doesn't it? She's received the Member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, is a Fellow of the Royal Society, just like me, is listed in the top 10 ultimate adventurers by National Geographic, and so forth. Most important of all is that her story about herself, authored by herself, underwent a profound shift. From urban corporate critter to adventurer of great renown who faced fear and pushed past it. Or perhaps one who faced the dread of living an unremarkable life she felt indifferent to and deadened by, and pushed herself toward a life of purpose. Her sense of agency has led her in her most recent chapter to stand for Parliament. She's now the Liberal Democrat Member of Parliament for the South Cotswolds, wherever that may be, elected to office in July of 2024. Her website has this statement: I believe that if you don't keep pushing the boundaries, keep expanding your comfort zone actually gets smaller and smaller until you're shrink-wrapped in such a tiny comfort zone that you can't move. You can't achieve anything. You can't grow. And so I keep pushing, keep developing, keep growing. I keep showing what an ordinary person can do when they put their heart and mind and soul into it. What story are you telling yourself about this chapter in your life? What beliefs, perhaps self-limiting, do we hold about our own capacities? What restrictions are we putting on ourselves to stay in our comfort zones? I see some heads nodding. I know. What tales do we each spin to make some sense of our lives? Unity's third principle is we are co-creators with God, creating reality through thoughts held in mind. It's truly up to each one of us as children of God to write our own stories. The Unity power this month is imagination, the ability to envision a different future, to envision a different future. It makes me think of the quote from RFK. RFK, the original, not the one we hear about a little these days. Some see things as they are and ask why. I dream things that never were and ask why not. Why not? Some of the people who dream things that never were are psychologists like Ellen Langer. In 1981, Dr. Langer became the first woman to be tenured in psychology at a little place called Harvard. And I imagine that was based in no small part on a groundbreaking study she'd done a couple years prior. Oh, I've been so excited to tell you about this. For that study, Langer gathered a group of men in their 80s who'd agreed to spend a week together in an environment she created. At an old, unused monastery in New Hampshire, for 1 week in 1979, Professor Langer recreated the year 1959. All the furnishings, calendars, newspapers, magazines, etc., were from 1959 and earlier. The temporary residents could listen on the radio to Elvis Presley, Perry Como, Frank Sinatra. They could tune their TVs to the Ed Sullivan Show, to Milton Berle, to Dobie Gillis, which only started in 1959. I looked it up to be sure, so it just barely made the cut. Yep, Maynard Krebs. Okay, they were in effect they were in effect residing in an earlier time, one they'd lived through at a younger point in their lives, and they were encouraged to discuss the issues of 1959. Hey, did you hear about Sputnik? As though they were current events. From the beginning of this week, participants were challenged to no longer see themselves as the, let's say, older men they'd become. In fact, their first test was to carry their own bulky suitcases into the building, for aside from the petite professor, 5'3", there were no staff available to help, by design. And the building lacked mirrors, so participants could not cast a critical eye at themselves. So what happened after a week? First of all, let me tell you that when Dr. Langer met some of the participants shuffling toward her office, usually in the care of a daughter, at first she had second thoughts about what she was doing. She says, "I wondered if some of these men would make it to the end of the day, let alone go through a week in a new environment." Before the experiment, the men took a set of cognitive and physical tests. These same tests were then administered following the week in New Hampshire. After just that 1 week, the test results had changed significantly, dramatically. The participants were stronger. They were more flexible. Height, weight, gait, posture, hearing, vision, and performance on intelligence tests had all improved. All improved in 1 week. Men's joints were more flexible, their shoulders wider, their fingers not only more agile, but longer, measured longer, and less gnarled by arthritis. The study participants had been put in a context where association and imagination suggested they were younger. And the result was they seemed to have bodies and brains that were actually younger. In fact, as the guys were preparing to leave, one of them picked up a football that was laying about, and a spontaneous game of touch broke out, with more than one participant tossing aside a cane that they'd previously thought they required. Photos were taken of each participant before and after the week in New Hampshire. And people were assigned to review the photos who knew nothing about the study, and invariably picked the after photos as having been taken of each man at an earlier point in their lives. Ellen Langer, in discussing this groundbreaking study, it's called the counterclockwise study now, says, it is not our physical state that limits us. She holds that it's our mindset about our own limits, our perceptions of who we are, and our preconceptions about our age that have perhaps the greatest effect on our daily lives. Maybe our imaginations haven't been challenged by fresh perceptions or stretched to new dimensions. And so we remember how bent over Aunt Sadie was at 76, and how forgetful Uncle Percy was at 78, and think, well, that's it. The jig is up. That's how it is or will be for me. We don't get beyond our comfort zone of sharing beliefs about how we are and how we age with our family or with the stereotypes in our culture. A long time ago, our co-founder, Myrtle Fillmore, published her article titled How I Found Health in Unity magazine. And I want to share some of what she wrote in 1897, in case you weren't subscribing and reading at that time. I have made what seems to me a discovery. I was very sick. I had all the ills of mind and body that I could bear. Medicine and doctors had ceased to give me relief, and I was in despair. Until I found practical Christianity, I affirmed my beliefs, and I was healed. I did most of the healing myself, she wrote, because I wanted the understanding of it for future use. Myrtle found a source of healing within herself, in her own ability to practice, and she used her own ability so she could have access to it from then on. What a freeing statement. What a positive use of the power of mind, the power of imagination. She goes on to write, this is how I made what I call my discovery. It flashed upon me. By the way, isn't that an interesting way to put it for somebody writing in 1896 or 1897? I mean, in 70s or something, hey man, I just flashed on something. It's like, it flashed upon me that I might talk to the life in every part of my body and have it do just what I wanted. I went to all the life centers of my body and spoke words of truth to them, words of strength and power. I asked their forgiveness for the foolish, ignorant course that I had pursued in the past, when I had condemned them and called them weak, inefficient, diseased. I asked God to forgive me for taking divine life into my body and then using it so wastefully. I promised God that I would never again retard the free flow of that life through my mind and my body by any false word or thought, that I would bless and encourage it with true thoughts in its wise work of building up my body temple. Myrtle recovered from chronic tuberculosis and other health conditions and lived until 1931, to age 86. The power of thought and imagination, the practice of prayer, and communion with Spirit were all a part of how she rewrote her story. I work in healthcare, and I am actually aware that we do have healthcare approaches today that were not available to Myrtle in the 1890s. And so I don't want my words this morning to lead anyone to forego medical consultation when concerned about a condition. I just want us to understand at a fundamental level that our experience of our age and of our limitations is conditioned to a great degree. We do co-create reality through thoughts, intentions, and imagination. I have one more tale I want to share with you, that of the remarkable Scottish mountaineer and writer William Hutcheson Murray, who lived from 1913 to 1996. His friends called him Bill, by the way, but I thought if I were to say I wanted to talk to you about Bill Murray, there could be some confusion. On the first page of W.H. Murray's autobiography, and I think you'll love this title, The Evidence of Things Not Seen, A Mountaineer's Tale, he writes, I lacked a father, yet never felt shortchanged. He had been killed at Gallipoli in the Dardanelles campaign of 1915 when I was 2. I never knew him. The realization of loss came some years later, but never did I feel wronged. How many of us feel wronged when a driver cuts us off on the freeway or takes an extra turn at that 4-way stop? Or somebody else gets the last cookie? Murray lacked a father, yet wrote, never did I feel wronged. That's a whole lesson in there. Murray became an avid mountain climber in his teens and 20s, went on in his life to climb many peaks in Scotland and beyond in the Himalayas and so forth, and he authored 20 books. Among the words he put on paper is a quote I'd like to share now. It fits the spirit of an adventurer like Murray or Roz Savage, who did not turn back even when her oars broke. It speaks to the character of an explorer of mind and body like Ellen Langer, or the soul of one who was truly committed to spiritual pursuits like Myrtle Fillmore. Murray wrote, until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. That the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that never otherwise would have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from the decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no one could have dreamed would have come their way. Whatever you can do or dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. I've wanted to share that quote for a long time. We may look at the brave adventures of Roz Savage, the mountain ascents of W.H. Murray, the spiritual wisdom of Myrtle Fillmore, or the psychological insights of Ellen Langer with a sense that our own pathways are just pedestrian, ho-hum, commonplace, would never lead us to such notable achievements or remarkable discoveries. But a commitment to keeping ourselves open, to exploring new areas in our lives, reframing the stories we tell ourselves, is what we're invited to do again and again and again by Spirit. As Marianne Williamson put it, there is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us. It's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we give other people permission to do the same. May we live in commitment to this spiritual truth, pushing aside thoughts and imaginings that limit us, so that we may be more useful and loving expressions of the divine in this world. May our comfort zone ever expand and our light perpetually shine. And may love spill from our hearts, creating a force field of permission for that love to flow with all we meet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ready?
Thank you, honey. That's a bonus. I get to hear this stuff, and there's no excuse for me not to learn it. This next song has a chorus that you all know.
You know, I just learned something about Kate Wolf, who wrote this next song. Sal told me. I never realized this. If you've heard Kate Wolf, she was a fantastic songwriter, right? Some have heard her, some have not. Well, you'll hear her now.
A bluegrass musician.
Who never felt confident, even though she wrote some of the best songs I've ever heard. It's a lesson. We don't know our effect on people.
Kind friends all gathered here, something I would say. What brings us together and blesses us all today? Love has made a circle and it holds us all inside. Where strangers are as family and loneliness can't hide. You must give yourself to love. Love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and laughter and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. I've walked these mountains in the rain, learn to love the wind. I've been up before the sunrise to watch the day begin. I always knew I'd find you, God, though I never knew quite how. Like sunshine through a cloudy sky, you stand before me now. You must give yourself to love. Love is what you're after. Join in now. Open up your heart to the tears and laughter run. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Love is born in fire. It's planted like a seed. Oh, love can't give you everything, but it'll give you what you need. Love comes when you're ready. Love comes when you're afraid. It'll be your greatest teacher, the best friend you have made. Join me now. Self to love.
If love is what you're after,
Love is what you're after.
open up your heart.
Open up your heart
to the tears.
Tears and laughter run. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to
Oh, thank you, Doug. Got me right in my feelers. Oh, in this room, usually. This place gets me right in my feelers. Thank you for a great message. All right, well, now it's time to bless our offering and thank our Creator for the many blessings that we have been given and affirm our gratitude. So let's start by affirming the truth about ourselves, and this is how it goes. My name is, and you use your name, and I am prosperous, always and in all ways. So let's say that together. My name is, and I am prosperous, always and in all ways. Always, meaning forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And always as in all forms. You know it's true, you know it, you know it, you know it's true. So let's take our offering now. You can hold it next to your heart, literally or figuratively. This is the moment on Sunday morning which we just sit for a quick second and express our gratitude about the prosperity that we have and our ability to share that prosperity and to bring a light into other people's lives. And let's bless it together. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I share, and all that I receive. Thank you, Mother, Father God. Amen.
Well, you better get in the right spot.
Oh, okay, right spot.
You better get in the right, just everything's got to be right.
This is all part of the song, everybody. It was all planned.
I think about that, what you said, Cindy, which is, it's an opportunity when we give. It's an opportunity for our own heart as well as helping the giftee. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rose through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. The season's spinning round again, and the years keep rolling by. Seems like I've been here before, but I can't remember when. But I got me a funny feeling that we'll all get together again. No straight lines make up my life, and all my roads have bends. There's no clear-cut beginnings, and so far no dead ends. Well, all my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rose through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. The season's spinning round again, and the years keep rolling by. I found you 1,000 times, I guess you've done the same. But then we lose each other, it's just like a children's game. As I find you here again, a thought runs through my mind. Our love is like a circle, let's go round one more time. All my life's a circle, sunrise and sundown. The moon rose through the nighttime till the daybreak comes around. All my life's a circle, but I can't tell you why. The season's spinning round again, and the years keep rolling by. Oh, the season's spinning round again, and the years keep rolling by.
Now may we join together in a prayer of gratitude for all that we are given, for all that we're able to share, for our time together, for all the smiles, the hugs, the snacks, the music, every part of it. It didn't have to happen. And may we recognize the miracle that it is happening. And may we join together in gratitude. Amen. Coming up.
Well, thank you, Doug and Sally and Richard, and thank you all for coming, and thank all of the volunteers who make this possible. I always like to remind you that this magic doesn't just happen. There are lots of people every Sunday morning that make sure you have a wonderful experience here, so we thank you for coming and joining us. If you have time after the service today, come downstairs and enjoy refreshments before you head out. I hear rumor it's supposed to be nicer this afternoon, so we're going to see sunshine. I think I see a little peek of it coming out. All right, well, let's circle around the room. We'll join hands, say our prayer of protection, and then sing our peace song. We're going to welcome the kids in. Therese, will you let the kids in, please? Open the door and let the... Thank you. They might not know we're at this point. You're going to be able to make it, trust me.
Wow, look at that.
Just keeps growing.
Right on.
You got it.
One, Steve. Steve's got it.
Perfect. All right, our prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joy.